All right, well, since we've been gone for so long, I think it's only necessary that we sing the best song ever. Whoa, Chinese Ninja Warrior, with your heart so cold, Sub-Zero. Whoa, your life is a mystery, a warrior with a mask, Sub-Zero.
That'll get people fired up.
Oh, yeah, you better be. Let's cast.
Let's do it.
All right, we're back.
We are back. We still have a show.
We're not gone. We just had to take a little break there because life happened. But welcome to the 36th episode of Flock of Geeks Gaming Podcast. I am your host, Defense, and alongside me is
Kester.
Alrighty. So I think we need to give the audience a reason why we've been gone for so long.
Yes.
Other than for just being too famous.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of things, a lot of fans.
I went to Seattle for a week, so there was 2 weekends right there.
And then I got the flu.
You got the flu, and then members of my family passed away.
Yeah,
so
sorry, Andrew.
that's okay. But rest in peace, you two. It was a hard week, but we got through it, and I'm
finally feeling better.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Dude,
So,
the flu sucks. I don't know if you've ever had this thing.
I feel like I might be getting it.
Yeah, I was sick for like 2 weeks.
Wow.
2 days I couldn't even move.
Jeez.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah, so it was just a lot of shit happening
To you, yeah.
to both of us.
Yeah.
So we just had to take a little break, but we're back, and hopefully you're still around to listen. I
Yeah.
mean, how could a million people
exactly.
not be around?
You've been waiting with bated breath for this return.
I have been getting harassed.
I know.
quite
I've been getting complaints. Like, I really have. People have been yelling at me.
so,
Like, where's the show? What's going on with the show?
sorry.
Sorry. Like, Andrew's life is falling apart, and I had the flu. But you did go to Seattle. How was that?
It was awesome. Dude.
Yeah, I saw all the Facebook posts.
I could. Well, my parents and my sister wanted to see what we were doing, so I posted a lot of pictures.
I wanted to know what you were doing, too.
I know you did. But the best thing, I think, by far, is because it was kind of a surprise. I didn't know that Bruce Lee's buried there.
You didn't know that?
No. Not where I was going. So we ended up going to his grave, and it was awesome.
That is awesome.
And I forgot that Brandon was, buried right beside him, so I got to see both of them. So it was really cool. That was probably my favorite part, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because he's one of my idols. I love him so much. So
I think my favorite part was not being able to breathe and not being able to smoke for 2 days. Did get a lot of Overwatch in, though.
of course, I expect nothing less.
Exactly.
Did you miss work?
Yes, I did. You know what I actually did was I replayed Final Fantasy VII because once I realized my mind wasn't working fast enough for Overwatch.
You could go for an RPG.
I was like, this is an RPG time, so I replayed Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah,
and look, it's much better than I remember.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know what we were talking about this. What soured me on it is the overexposure of the whole fucking thing.
It really is. There's so many just offshoots of Final Fantasy VII.
And
it's out of control.
None of them are good.
No, and what's okay? I get it, but why does Cloud have to be in Smash Brothers?
Yeah, that's a good point. I would have rather had any other Final Fantasy character.
It's just the way to pick the most obvious.
Yeah, it's like Final Fantasy VII, I forgot how good the actual game was because, my mind has been so skewed of all the awfulness they've come out with since. Dredge of Cerberus was terrible. That movie's terrible.
Not Kingsglaive, the Advent Children.
Advent Children, it's okay, the fighting in it is kind of cool, but it's just nonsense.
It's a fan service for fighting.
And I do like the fighting in it, but you could just Google the fight scenes. Don't watch the movie.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's just and then he's in Kingdom Hearts. He's in fucking Final Fantasy 13. You can get a Cloud outfit. It's just everything is Cloud. So it skewed me to think that game was worse than it was.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, because that game was awesome. I was like, why did I not like this as much?
If they just let it go and they didn't do that kind of things, I think it would be even recognized more so. I think people, I do think there's a lot of people that are just sick of it.
Exactly. And I just going back and playing it, I just kind of try to imagine myself at that age when I first played it and how I had the patience to do the Chocobo stuff. Like, I was like, I'm going to get all the, like, materia and do the chocobo breeding and racing. I did it for, like, a half hour, and I'm like, nope.
So you didn't even do
Not
that.
doing this. No, because I tried to catch a chocobo for, like, 2 hours, and I couldn't get the right one, and I'm like, fuck this. Like, how was I patient enough to do this?
You had nothing else to do.
Yeah, I guess I was probably, like, 14.
Yeah.
That was my life.
I think about that, too, when I play games. It's like, now I just try to beat them because I know the next one's coming out, and I don't have all that much time to play games.
Yeah, because even when I replay Final Fantasy X, I remember getting everyone's ultimate weapon. I was like, how did I dodge 200 lightning strikes? Like, I would never do this. Like, I'm not doing this.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. It's like, I must have been a lot more patient as a child.
Yeah. So a lot has fucking happened this week.
I would hope we've been gone for
was
3
just
weeks.
Well,
it was mainly this yesterday, too.
I know. So, and today.
Yeah.
So our show, it's going to be a good one.
This is going to be an
I mean, it's
excellent
already
show.
been awesome.
It's been one of our best.
So
Yeah.
it's been 5 minutes, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you just love it so much.
Yeah.
We got...
I mean, if you haven't tuned out by now, you're going to be here for the whole thing.
Yeah, you are. We got some trailers, some
Lot
movie
of
trailers. Yeah, we got some movie trailers. We got Red Dead Redemption 2 was announced, so we're going to talk a little bit about the teaser trailer they released. There wasn't much to it, but we'll talk a little bit about it. Zelda, Breath of the Wild was 3 short trailers came out for that, so of course I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
That'll be the first half of the show. The second half of the show, we're going to just completely talk about the new Nintendo console.
Switch.
The Lunchbox.
Yeah, what a terrible name, too.
The Nintendo Lunchbox. Well, I have some things to say about that once we get there.
Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself.
You
again.
always get ahead of yourself.
I do always get
I don't
ahead.
blame you. I don't blame you at all. Okay. So, oh my God.
Do you want to start with the movies or the games?
Let's start with movies because then we can keep the flow with the games
flow,
going.
yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk about some trailers. First off, let's talk about Logan. This is the Wolverine movie based on old...
This is not based on Old Man Logan.
That's what they're going for. He looks like Old Man Logan.
He does look old because he is old.
Yeah, but...
He looks fantastic. That's the other thing I could say about the trailers.
Yeah, he looks like Old Man Logan from the comics.
Yeah.
I don't think they could have done a better job. That being said, I think that's the only redeeming factor of it.
Yeah, I don't think it looked good. It just looked like...
It looked like Mad Max
with Wolverine in it.
Yeah.
And that could be cool. What I didn't like about this also is why wasn't this red band? Where was the violence?
I know.
Like I want to see the violence. Like you've been touting this rated R, and then you come out with a green band trailer. Jack offs. But yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of like they can't make this movie.
No,
because they don't own the rights to any of the characters.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why they're that's probably why they're just calling it Logan.
Yeah. So it's kind of tied to it, so people will go see it because they think it's Old Man Logan.
Maybe because you can't have any of the characters in the.
I know. Okay. So first of all, Hawkeye can't be in it.
No.
And he's the second main character. He's like
he's the second most important character.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's awesome. So instead of having him, they throw in Xavier, Patrick Stewart, which I love. Patrick.
Yeah,
Stewart.
It's good to see Stewart.
Yeah, but like he has no place in this.
No, he doesn't
at all.
But I just think this isn't Old Man Logan. This is just Mad Max with Wolverine in it.
Yeah. The aesthetic was okay. I kind of got the feeling of the Old Man Logan from it. But the villain looks stupid as hell. I think that was the villain.
I don't even know if that was the villain. Who knows?
Yeah. He is trying to get his kid back.
Yeah.
I believe, from what I saw. And he gets her back because the trailer obviously just tells you that.
But he wasn't trying to get his kid back in Old Man Logan.
No. He was trying to get Hawkeye's kid.
No.
Yeah, he was.
At one point.
At one point. But
their original mission was to just deliver.
Yeah. But then when they get like halfway across the United States, it's like, let's go find my daughter.
Is it his daughter?
It is his daughter.
And she's like half Spider-Man or something?
She's like Spider-Girl.
Yeah, she's Spider-Man's niece.
Yes.
I think, or something.
Yeah, they are
or
related.
Granddaughter, I can't remember.
Yeah, they are related, but it is his daughter, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely Hawkeye's daughter.
Mm-hmm. So, but that's not in it. So,
and that was an excellent twist in that comic book. Whenever
like
they went to save her, and it turned out she was just trying to be the new villain of that area.
I know.
That was awesome. She tries to kill him. That comic is so good.
It is. If you've never read it, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, read the comic.
We won't spoil the end, but we were talking about this. If they could legitimately do the end, there's a character there that they don't have that they need. Mm-hmm. If they could really do that on a movie basis, it would be awesome.
Oh, this thing would be fantastic if it was just actually Old Man Logan, because it's like the right length. Mm-hmm. The story's great. The characters are awesome. So it would be perfect, but they can't do it. They just can't do it.
So I'm kind of sad that they just didn't. Well, I know why they didn't wait, but I wish that this wouldn't have happened until I guess Disney.
Yeah, because
owned the rights to X-Men.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen though because of how well Deadpool did. They're not giving that back.
Yeah, that's true. It did kind of bring it.
I think what they should do is just do an Old Man Logan without Logan. Just do as another character, because like you have everybody else. Like just make Captain America the Wolverine role, like because you could do it.
Old Man Cap.
Old Man Cap, yeah, that'd be great. And plus it would just piss off Fox.
Oh yeah,
because they'd be like, "You did,"
and it would do better. It would do so good.
Yeah, it would, because it would be closer to the actual story.
I know. Okay, so thumbs down, nothing. Thumbs up.
I'm saying meh.
Yeah,
I don't
go mid road on this.
Yeah,
one,
I don't like look at it and go, that looks terrible.
Yeah,
but I don't look at it and go, I want to see that. Yeah. I have to see that.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. He's obviously done a great job with the character. He's been playing him for how long now? Like 15 years. Like he knows the character. He kind of, and you can't say he didn't do a great job. So I mean, it could still be a good movie, but this definitely didn't get me excited.
Yeah, me neither. All right. Well, moving on, we got Guardians of the Galaxy 2 trailer. It was pretty short.
And it was real short.
Not too much happened in it, but I'm going to just give it a thumbs up.
Oh, yeah. This got me excited.
This looks great.
If you would have just shown the picture of like just the one part with Rocket Raccoon and Baby Groot,
I know,
dude. I would have been down to see that movie. He was so cute. And like it was hilarious.
Yep. And then you get Chris Pratt. He's always doing awesome.
Yeah, this looks just amazing.
Yeah, it looks like they kept with the same kind of aesthetic and feel of the first one, which was what they needed to do because it did so freaking well. Mm-hmm. And that's what I wanted, and I think we're going to get it.
Yeah, and I think it's just like I loved that movie so much. Like Guardians of the Galaxy is arguably in my top 5 movies of all time. Mm-hmm. So just to see anything of them again is great.
Yeah, I'm glad they're back, and I think this is going to be good.
It looks, to be just like a continuation of the first one, and that's what we want.
And Kurt Russell's in it.
Yeah, and Kurt Russell's in there somewhere.
I think it's his dad.
Yeah, that's what the rumor was.
Yeah, I think it was announced that it is.
It is?
I think so.
I thought he was going to be the Living Planet or whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, as long as he's in there, I don't care.
I love Kurt Russell. That the only thing that movie needed was Kurt Russell. So now
it's really like, how would you make Guardians better? Yeah, put Kurt Russell in it. That's really the only thing I could think of.
All right. And then last but not least, Rogue One.
Look good.
Yeah,
it just still looks good. So
I liked the first trailer better.
Did you? I kind of like this one better. I don't know why. I like
the first one better. I think because the first one was very, okay, this is where they're going with it kind of feel to it. And like I really liked it. The second one was just kind of a continuation and it felt the same to me, which isn't a bad thing. It's just that I wasn't quite as excited because I'm already pretty excited.
Yeah, and it gave a little bit more of the plot away.
Yeah, it did.
Like she's actually the guy's daughter or whatever. So
yeah,
still looks really good though.
Oh yeah, and I will give props.
And we saw Vader.
Yeah, we did. I'm excited to see like young Vader.
I want to
technically. I'm not technically young, but like I think he's gonna do a lot more in this, even for the short amount of time he's in the movie.
Dude, all I want to see him do is just slaughter Bothans. Like, just cut down, like, hundreds of them. Like, he just kills an entire army of Bothans.
There is a rumor that he's going to be in a giant fight scene where he just kills tons of people.
Yeah, because, like, that's the one thing they need to do, I feel like, is with this movie, because they didn't do it with, like, the original so much, is why is the Empire so evil?
Yeah.
Because, like, they didn't seem all that bad in the first 3 movies.
They were just kind of dickheads, but I wouldn't say evil.
Yeah, we didn't know why exactly they were so evil and there was a rebellion. And then I want to see why Vader was so feared.
Yeah, I want to see him fuck some shit up.
Yeah, like I just want him to like hack off some limbs, like kill like an entire army single-handedly, something awesome.
I want to see how powerful he really is.
Yeah,
and I think we might get that.
I think we will, and that's why I want to go see the movie.
Oh yeah, and like I was gonna say, I'm giving props to Disney for this. interesting that the original trilogy and the god-awful prequels, they were all male protagonists. It's cool that both of the newer movies are female.
Definitely.
I think it's cool that they did that, and I think it makes it more interesting for me.
Yeah, I mean, I always like a main girl. Yeah. I'd rather look at women. I think they're cool.
Yeah. So. I just think it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
And she looks good.
She looks great. We'll just go with that.
She definitely does. So, thumbs up for Rogue One?
Thumbs up for Rogue One. I'm excited for Rogue One.
Yeah, me too. Okay, cool. So that's... What, you want to say something else?
I had some, but I lost it. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah,
now
have been important.
We'll get into games now. I got Rise of the Tomb Raider for PS4.
Oh, did you now?
Yes, I did. And it is good.
It is okay. There you go.
I have not played it nearly enough to be like, this is a 10 or whatever.
It's better than the first one? Or?
I would say it's on par so far.
Okay.
I'd say it's definitely on par. It feels more the same, but the opening sequence was very good. I would say it would rival an Uncharted. Not quite too worthy.
Yeah, nothing is too worthy.
No, but like as the scale of a 10, I'd probably give this one like a 7.5 or an 8.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's pretty close. It's good, and the graphics are nice. And I'm glad I waited because I got the collector's edition. You get all the DLC and all that shit.
Nice.
And I got it for like $50. So
yeah, like it's definitely a game I want to play, but I just don't feel like it's a purchase.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't care.
Yeah, like if I had money to fritter, I would definitely pick it up.
Yeah.
But I would love to just rent it because I know I'll beat it in like 3 days or 4 days, and that's a lot of money for 4 days of entertainment. Like if I could just rent it, I'd be down, but I can't. It's not in Redbox, and I don't feel like going into Family Video.
I'll let you borrow it.
Yeah, I usually that's how I play games, is wait until you're done and then I borrow them from you. That's usually what I do.
Also, Battlefield 1 comes out tomorrow because we're doing this Thursday.
Yeah.
Give away our day that we're doing this. That comes out on Friday, and you said you're probably not going to pick it up.
I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Like I want to rent it. That's another one. Like I want to rent it first to see how I like it, but it is not I'm not going to like it better than Overwatch.
Yeah.
Like there's no way.
Yeah.
So I don't really think this campaign looks all that great.
It's not about the campaign.
And it's not really about that. And if I get the multiplayer, I'm just going to be like, well, I'd rather play Overwatch.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, it's just a personal thing.
Yeah. I personally know a lot of people that are getting it. Hopefully we can team up and play some. But I'm excited.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a nice change of pace to have like an old school army game again.
Yeah, maybe. It's like I want to play it. I just know it's not going to be enough to like sway me from the Overwatch. So.
Yeah, I get it, man. I get it.
So what's the point of spending $60 on something? I guess I'd play it when my friends were on, but nobody really plays video games as much as I do anyway. So.
Yeah. And to be completely honest, that people definitely taper off, and I mean, I did.
Yeah, like I'm the only one still playing Overwatch.
Yeah,
like I don't taper off. If I like something, I'm gonna keep playing it.
Yeah,
like until the next thing I really like, and I just don't think that's gonna be Battlefield.
Sure, that makes sense.
Like it might have been like something like Gears of War 4 I could have played, but I don't have an Xbox One, which was weird. Did you see the reviews on that?
It's like it's not as yeah. Go ahead, just talk about it.
Okay, but like IGN gave it a 9, and then GameSpot gave it like a 7.
Yeah, I saw that. So, I thought that was right. I didn't want to like talk out my ass, but I thought I saw that.
So I'm wondering like what the deal is, because I keep seeing very like opposite ends. Like either it's mediocre and okay, or it's really good.
Yeah, I think probably what it comes down to is obviously it's a personal opinion. If people really want more of the same thing.
Yeah, how much you liked Gears.
Yeah, I mean, I read up on it. I read some reviews. They're saying it's like the same thing.
I see with Gears, I don't think that's enough.
No, I don't either. Not for 4 games.
Not for 4 games.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to have 4 games of the same thing, they have to be spectacular. Like, you could look at Uncharted and say, like, well, they're 4 of the same thing. The first game in the Uncharted series is nothing like the last 3.
No. They were getting their bearings.
Yeah, they were just that was almost like a tech demo for them.
Mm-hmm.
So like that I consider that more of those 3 are a trilogy.
Yeah.
With this one, you're just throwing another game on top of it. And it's the same thing with Halo 4. Like, it was fine, but it was just more Halo.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already played enough Halo.
Yeah.
And I also like how I thought these guys were the Locusts. Do you know they're not the Locusts? They're just the same, like a different thing.
What?
Yeah, they're not the Locusts.
They look like it.
Exactly, don't they? They're called something else. They're not the Locusts.
What?
Yeah, I can't remember what they're called.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's retarded.
Like, just what the fuck?
It's like, let's make up a new enemy that looks exactly like the same enemy.
And they do the same things.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Laziest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Wow, dude. Wow. I mean, it came out. It's definitely not like I want to buy an Xbox for this game.
Mm-mm.
That's real. Like, I was talking to somebody else the other day. Look at like what Xbox is even getting.
Yeah, it's not good.
Like nothing.
Mm-mm.
Nothing. Like what? Dragon Scale? Is that what it's called?
Scalebound.
Scalebound.
Looks cool.
Well, it does. I think that really is only the only promising title that I see.
Dead Rising.
That's true.
But once again, like, what is the system seller on this thing?
There really isn't one.
Because you're looking at a difference now of the PS4 has the same games plus better exclusives and,
in my opinion, a better console.
Yeah, and is a better console. The only thing about the Xbox One I've heard that is a lot better is online. Like, the online features, the network's a lot better.
Oh, okay.
So that's something.
Yeah.
But it's like all my friends have PlayStation 4s and most of the people who play games have PS4s. So the just like the community isn't as big.
It's just funny because it's like everyone I know that has an Xbox One also has a PS4.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I know one guy, my boss, he has an Xbox One, but I never hear him talk about him playing it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, everyone else who has a PS4, I always hear about them playing it and what games they like to play, but he has an Xbox One and he's never talking about a game he's playing.
Yeah. Because there really isn't much.
Yeah, because there's just nothing there.
Bloodborne's worth a PS4.
Yeah, Bloodborne.
When it comes down to it.
Yeah,
we're talking about
Uncharted
system
4.
sellers. Like, I would buy a PS4 to play that game.
I would buy a PS4, yeah, to play Uncharted. I'd play it. Bloodborne. Yeah, it's so much better.
Yeah.
Like, even Street Fighter 5 is exclusive to the PS4.
True. It's on PC, though, too.
Yeah, nobody plays it on PC, though, I don't think. They might, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. But, okay. Anyway, Civilization 6 comes out as well.
Okay.
I love that game.
Oh, you like Civilization?
I fucking love that game.
Is that Sid Meier's?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I it's one of the few strategy games I really, really got into. So I'm really excited about that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
Thanks, man. Also, real quick, there was a World of Final Fantasy demo that came out.
Yeah, I didn't know it came out.
Yeah, I played it. I got like halfway through it and stopped.
I hate the aesthetic of it.
I don't really like the aesthetic either. I like the fact that this demo didn't explain anything because like you play it and you just kind of see what the game's like.
Yeah.
There's no story.
It was a tech demo from what I understand that it wasn't anything like the game's actually going to be.
Yeah, which is fine, but I played enough to know that I don't like that game.
Okay.
I don't understand why there's little people, like little versions and then big versions of the same people. Like you can shrink them. It's strange.
That is weird.
There's like a stacking system. It's a turn-based RPG. It's a stacking system where like you get little minions, you catch them kind of like Pokemon and train them, and they literally sit on your head.
Oh, that's stupid.
So like you're a tall dude, and then there's like a chocobo, and then like a goblin on your head, like sitting on your head. It's called stacking.
That sounds just stupid.
And then depending on what you stack, you can cast different magics, which I like that idea.
Yeah.
But why do you have to have them on your head? Like, can't you just have them as like a powwow, like hanging out, be like,
standing beside you or on your shoulder?
You can unstack them, and then everyone's real weak, and I don't understand the point of that either. So it's just weird. It really is strange. And the fighting, I guess, my friend who actually really liked it said that you can make it faster, which I didn't know. I just didn't really care to look into it. But it was really fucking slow from the default.
Yeah, I hate that.
It was like really slow. And
it looked like it was, whenever I watched it, because I did watch a video on it, it looked like Grandia 2. Did you ever play any of the Grandia games?
Yes.
It looked a lot like that.
Yeah, I actually like that game way better.
I love Grandia.
Yeah, it's fucking
especially
awesome.
Grandia 2.
Yeah,
three sucked.
I never played 3. I only played the second one.
Yeah, the one for Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was.
And then they ported it to the PS2, and it was worse. I don't know how they did that, how they pulled that off. Let's update it and make it worse.
But yeah, I'm gonna personally say I don't want this game. It's just, I hate to say this about video games because there are some that I feel this way. It's just a little too childish for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to say like the condescending wise, like I get if you enjoy it, but when I play it, it just feels like I'm playing a kid's TV show.
Yeah, like this is meant for like 8-year-old kids.
Yeah, well, but like I know that there's like mid-20 guys that really would enjoy it, and I'm not trying to say you're a kid. I'm just saying that kind of style,
it came off as childish.
Yeah, to me personally.
That's fine.
Yeah, so not a huge fan, but check it out. It's free. I mean, if you really want to.
Yeah, I should probably play it.
I want to hear your opinion on it, honestly. I really would. So, yeah, let's move on. We'll get to Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer.
Oh.
Way too, I'm going to just applaud Rockstar on this one for releasing the trailer when the Nintendo NX did as well.
Yeah. You just overshadowed that.
It's like, well, it was fucking awesome. It's like I get to work and then like hanging out. I'm like, okay, 10 o'clock, there's going to be like the new Nintendo thing. And then like Rockstar's like, and at 11.
Yeah, stay tuned at 11 for the Red Dead review.
And if you go to Reddit, Red Dead's the top post.
Yeah, I would assume.
And then NX is like third or fourth. But it was just a teaser. It really wasn't anything like super special.
No, you couldn't tell anything about it. But we already know it's going to be an open world cowboy game.
Yeah, and those graphics, man.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah, some of the most impressive graphics I've ever seen on a console.
Yeah, dude. And it's not like there's no PC port for this game. So that was not, I mean, I don't know, but it's strictly console.
Yeah.
They came out and said that. So it looks incredible.
And I think with like Red Dead, that's also all you really need to show is like how well it looks because we know what we're getting.
Yeah, yeah.
We're getting an open world cowboy game. And the most important thing, well, what does the world look like?
Yeah, because if you want a cowboy game, it's all about the aesthetic. Mm-hmm. And man, they fucking nailed it.
It looks awesome.
It really does.
Yeah, so that it's exactly like, oh, it's just a minute. And they're probably not going to show you, but it kind of told you everything you needed to know.
Yeah, it really did. It's definitely worth checking out. I highly recommend it. Even if you're that person that's like, I don't want to see anything about the game. Yeah. This would probably be the one thing you want to see.
Yeah, because it's not showing you anything about the game at all.
Yeah, story-wise or what's in it. But I do want to talk about that a little bit. There is talk that this is going to be a prequel.
Okay.
Now, did you beat Red Dead, the first one?
I believe so.
Okay. John Marston's the main character.
Correct.
Okay. So, do you feel like you would want a prequel to learn about, because in the first one, he talks about how in his past he was part of a bandit, a bunch of bandits, and they were really ruthless and evil and all this shit. And that's where people are going with this, to like, it's a prequel to tell that story. And at the end of the trailer, that's why there's like 6 or 7 cowboys riding into the distance, which would make sense that that's all of them.
It would.
Now, would you like that, or would you like them to make a new character and just start fresh?
I feel like I would rather just have a new character because, like, we got a John Marston story and it was fine.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah, it's like and it was about, like, revenge and redemption and all that stuff, and it was great. And I would rather see, like, because Rockstar, sorry, are really good at making characters.
Yeah.
So I would like to see them make a new character.
Yeah.
Like, I don't particularly like a lot of their games. Like, Red Dead is the one game of theirs I really, really like. But I will give them they're amazing at creating a character and a story and all that. Mm-hmm. So I would like to see a new one.
Yeah, I would too. The other thing that kind of makes me uncomfortable about this, and this is with anything with prequels, I hate knowing what happens to your character in the future.
Yeah, because
like I know, spoiler alert. Okay, because he dies.
Yeah,
he's fucking dead. So like, I'm playing this whole game and he's pretty much a dead man walking, which is ironic because he's but still, it's like I played.
Yeah, what happens to him.
He had his story, and I think it is time for a new one. Though I do love John Marston. I think he's a great character.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was really cool. I really do hope it's not a prequel, but just from the rumor and the little teaser, I feel like it is.
Yeah, see, I don't think it's necessarily even like a bad thing if it is.
No, I'm not going to be like, fuck.
Yeah, I just would rather have something new. because it's also like if it's a prequel, we know like exactly what everything happens to him at the end, and he even told like a lot of stories about like, so we know we're going to be playing as a bad guy as opposed to like
which is kind of cool.
It's cool, but I would rather play him like the more like gray area kind of guy where you don't know, like you could be bad or you could be good. It just kind of depends on you. Like with open world games, I do like the moral choice system somewhat, even though I'm usually not a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
But in a game like this, I kind of would like that where I can just be evil sometimes or good sometimes, not just playing a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know. Like I said, they are good storytellers. So
yeah, I mean, I have no doubt that this is going to be a fucking awesome game.
Oh yeah, it's going to be great.
It is. It really is. Now in GTA 5, there was a mechanic in the game where you could switch between multiple characters. So there's 3 characters. So there's also a rumor that that's going to happen in this one,
where you could play as like all 6 of them.
Well, that or like they kind of emphasized 3 of them. It was like John Marston, Dutch, and Bill. Like those were from the first game.
Yeah.
Like his old. Yeah. So they're saying that maybe you can play as multiple people. I don't know how I feel about that, considering John Marston as a character is so interesting and good. Like I don't know if they even would need to do that. And how much different could it be?
Yeah, exactly. You're a cowboy or a cowboy or a cowboy.
Yeah. And the other thing is that might be cool if they do that is like you were saying, you could play one really evil, you could play one as like whatever, and then you could play like John Marston as the good guy.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could do that. But
it's just I don't think either way it's going to be bad.
No,
like I think whatever they do, it's going to be fine.
No, I agree.
I would definitely like an original character though.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Even
one.
3 new characters, like it would be different if Marston didn't die, but he dies. We know he dies.
Yeah, and I don't want to play as his fucking kid.
Yeah, and another thing I also hate about prequels, and this is like any prequel in general, is like if you look at like say the Star Wars prequel, it's like we know Anakin's not going to die.
Yeah.
Like, we know John Marston's not going to die.
Yeah.
Like,
there's going to be those moments where you're like, oh, no. But, like, you're like, oh, no, he's fine.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. Like, he's tied up on some railroad tracks, and there's a train coming. You're just sitting there going, no, he's going to be fine. He's in Red Dead.
He's in the next one.
Yeah, he's in the next one.
That's a good point, too. It does take that suspense out of it. And, yeah, it's a great point.
Yeah, I hate that about prequels.
Yeah.
The only good prequel was Temple of Doom.
Yeah. Well, you knew he couldn't die anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he's Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that wasn't even a thought on your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not dying. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, overall, I give this a big thumbs up. I think it was just enough to get people pumped.
Get me pumped.
And it looks great.
It is next year, too. So
yeah, a year from now, fall.
Yeah, so that's also good.
Yeah. So cool.
I mean, I'm sure it'll get delayed.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Rockstar's a pretty, I don't know. We'll see.
I just don't trust anyone anymore these days, man.
It's hard.
We should be playing Final Fantasy 15 right now.
And Last Guardian.
Last Guardian should be coming out next week.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I will talk about this real quick. I don't care how you feel about PewDiePie, but I saw a video.
I've never even watched any of his stuff.
Well, you know who he is. Everybody fucking knows who he is.
Oh, is he that YouTuber?
Yeah. Okay. The most famous YouTuber of all time. The most subscribed to.
Oh, okay, yes.
But he actually got early access to Last Guardian, and he played it for 20 minutes, so I watched him play it. It looked awesome.
Oh, it does? Okay, good.
But a lot of people were like, I heard a couple people saying it's not that good. It's like a little wonky. But from what I saw him play it, I thought it looked great.
Awesome.
So
yeah, because I think it's probably got last gen like controls and mechanics in some ways.
Which honestly, Ico and Shadow of the Colossus controls were kind of butt.
They're terrible in Shadow of the Colossus. You had to change them. From what I remember, I remember changing the buttons because they were so bad.
Yeah. So I don't care.
No.
Like that's still one of the best games.
As long as I can
ever
change
played.
the buttons.
Yeah. So it's fine.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, but the graphics look really cool. I really like the kid. I really like the animal. I think his name's like Trico or something. But
I don't know.
But he was really cute and he looked really awesome.
Yeah, that monster, it just looks adorable.
Yeah.
And I like that they're going to be a couple of them.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, didn't you see in the trailer? They're like, looks like there were like 3 of them fighting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I must have missed that one. Oh well. But yeah, if you want to check out some gameplay watch somebody play, PewDiePie does have a video for it. And then real quick, we'll go over the Breath of the Wild trailers that came out. There was 3 short ones. I'll just go down the list of what it kind of showed off. It showed off hunting. Link kind of roaming through the woods, shooting a boar with an arrow. Looked fine.
Yeah.
Fishing.
Which is the most important part.
Now,
to our number one fan.
He did not have a fishing rod.
Oh, he just jumped in. That's right.
He had a spear.
Even better.
So, I know that's not going to... Oh, God, Wes. Sorry, my cat. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I think it will be cool. Like, that's neat. You can just, like, fucking spear fish. But it would be cool to have a fishing rod.
Yeah.
I mean,
you might
nice.
have one.
You probably will. I'm hoping. I'm going to cross my fingers.
I feel like you're going to get one.
I mean, Zelda has always added fishing. Ocarina of Time had it. Majora's didn't, but then they remade it with fishing in it.
Yeah, because it was the most important part.
Yeah, Twilight has it, but Wind Waker did not have it, I believe. So,
which makes no sense.
Yeah, because you're in the ocean.
Yeah, because you're in the ocean. But you're right, it didn't have fishing.
No, but you could get treasure chests and shit from the ocean. Whatever.
Yeah, from the ocean floor.
Yeah.
That was the one problem with that game was the ending.
Whenever
you're like
searching for the Triforce
that
pieces.
was so fucking
It was
annoying.
a lot. Yeah, it was a little much. I agree.
It was more the rubies you had to keep getting to have them translate the maps.
Yep.
That was the main issue with it. Still a great game, though.
Oh, absolutely. He was chopping down trees. They showed some more trees. It also...
A lot of tree violence in this.
Yeah. He knocked it down, and then you hit the down tree, and then it turns to lumber. So, like, it showed you getting lumber. They showed more cooking. He basically went up to a campfire, lit a stick on fire, and then lit his pot, and then he cooked on it. So just those little things do make the game more interesting.
Yeah.
They did have some fighting gameplay. If nobody knows, there's a slow motion when you jump and shoot the bow, which is sweet.
Like Matrix style.
Yes. Yeah. Everything slows down.
Okay, good.
But it also does, it's kind of like Witch Time from Bayonetta. Whenever you dodge at the perfect moment, everything slows down.
They're still in Witch Time.
Basically.
That's a good idea.
Basically.
Witch Time's a fun mechanic.
It is. I don't think it's as like prevalent, like as important, but like there is definitely a slow.
It's in there.
Yeah, it's definitely a slow motion. So I thought that was cool. The other demo was not quite as interesting. It was 4 minutes of just weather transition. I
wouldn't have bothered.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing because that's just a lot of time to watch weather. But I did skip through it to see the different portions and how it was working. Looked awesome.
Game looks beautiful.
It does. It looks like a fucking painting.
Yeah, watercolor come to life.
It does. And the best part about it, there's wind physics.
Nice.
Dude, those wind physics.
It's important. Wind physics.
You don't realize it until it's not there.
Yeah, if you don't have wind physics in your game, you need to start over.
You need to get the fuck out.
Yeah, you need to get together. I kind of want to see a temple though.
I do too, but
like, are they in there? How many are there? Like, I guess it's better not to know, but I want to see the inside of like. Just show me one.
As if nobody knows, we got to keep it. Let everybody know. There's shrines, which are small kind of mini dungeons, and then there's dungeons.
Yeah.
I honestly only think there's 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think there's 4 dungeons in this game.
Maybe 5. Yeah, because there's over 100 shrines.
I just think
that actually scares me personally.
Why? Because you're gonna have to do them all.
Of course, I'm gonna do them all.
Yeah, I know you are. I'm not.
I'm saying I'm saying how monotonous it will get.
Depends.
There's honestly, I can't.
How much variety can you put into 100 different shrines?
I can't imagine any game ever. Okay, this is my favorite game series of all time. Yeah. I can't imagine a Zelda game doing 100 things being fun. I just can't.
I can't either, but I feel like if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Zelda. But how many of them are going to be like?
I mean, if they're like 5 minutes, then it's like, okay. Which they probably will be.
Probably. But like you could look at it as like some of them might be you just go in and you fight battles.
That's true. They could be gauntlet-based, which I'm sure there will be.
Yeah, I will be down for that.
Yeah. And then there's going to be ones where you go in and it's probably like 1 or 2 puzzles real quick.
Because that's one thing with Zelda. There's never enough combat for me.
Yeah, that's true.
I always want to be fighting.
Well, that's what I loved about Twilight, other than the Wii U garbage. Like, that gauntlet was awesome at the end because it was one of the hardest things ever in a Zelda game.
Yeah, it was.
Like, I had to try that like 7 or 8 times, and it was like 100 levels deep. So I do feel like there's going to be a lot of fighting in this game.
Yeah, it looks like it. And it also looks like you're going to have weapons besides swords.
Yeah, you got clubs. Cool. There's like...
I'm all about... He had the one... It was in the Switch trailer where he was walking around with like a bow staff.
Yeah.
See, I'm down for that.
There's a bow staff. What else is there? There's a couple different things. It's I lost it.
Yeah, it's fine.
You ate it. You took it from me.
Some weapons in the game. is what he meant to say there.
Yeah, there's some weapons. You can snowboard on your shield, which is awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You could just go down the mountain on your shield.
You also get like a hang glider.
Yeah, like they were like going down a mountain on the shield, snow, and then like hit a little part where they slowed down, so they jumped and then got the hang glider to get some more momentum and then jump back on their shield.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
There's only gonna be probably Death Mountain though to do that in.
Nah.
No, nah.
There's gonna be more mountains than that.
All right.
But Death Mountain's gonna be cool. I hope you blow out of the volcano and like escape from the city down the mountain.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Lava and shit.
And hopefully it plays the song.
Oh yeah, it just starts playing Sonic.
Yeah.
Escape from the city.
Or they could just change it to the volcano. Escape from the volcano.
It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
But they still do it.
Need a smaller word.
All right. And then the last trailer was literally just him kind of running around fighting and showing off a little more of that kind of thing.
Yeah, combat looks looks good in this.
Yeah, it
looks standard Zelda, but different weapons and such.
Yeah,
so
and they're adding just that little variety of like the witch time kind of thing to it, and the slow motion bow fighting.
I do want to do some awesome like sick slow mo bow shots.
Oh yeah,
like, right in the face.
It'll be so cool.
Just like diving through the air, shooting like bows into eyeballs.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. So, anything else you want to say about it?
About Zelda?
Yeah.
Not really.
All right. So, that's the end of the first half of the show.
Do you want to talk about the Resident Evil ones?
We can real quick if you want.
Yeah, because
I didn't watch
it. There's not much there. But just that they're bringing back the ribbon system.
Yeah, but you said
saves, but it's going to be cassette tapes.
Okay.
So
can I say something real quick?
Shoot.
All right. Well, I found the workaround for that.
Yeah.
You just put your PlayStation in rest mode, and then you start it right where you left off.
Yeah, but what if you die?
That's true.
Like, I think that's what the main thing. So, like,
yeah,
if you die, you're going to go back.
Yeah, I do like that they brought it back. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. It makes
and it looks like they also brought back in another one they showed the chests that you have to store stuff in.
Okay, cool.
So they're bringing back that kind of old school stuff.
I did hear that there was the inventory's like Tetris again.
Yes, but it's going to be limited, and you're going to have to store things in boxes. So it sounds like they are really going back to the first couple of games
with a very big first person weird twist to it.
Yeah.
So this is Resident Evil 7 is very mysterious to me.
It is getting to that point for me.
Part of me really likes it, and then part of me doesn't.
Yeah, it's like I really like a lot of these ideas. You're bringing back ink ribbons. You're bringing back managing inventory. You're bringing back, like, I have to watch how many bullets I have and what I do with them.
And, like, it's kind of like the mansion feel to it.
Yeah,
again.
You're back in a mansion, and then there's this stupid family. Yeah. So it's a weird one. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like I should be super excited about it, but I'm not because of some stuff I've seen, but then other stuff I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted to go back to. So
yeah. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what the popular consensus is about this game.
Yeah, I honestly think people are going to like this style better.
Yeah, I do too.
I think that it's going to be yet another thing where I'm in a minority. Because looking at this, I don't think there's just no way it's going to be as fun as something like Resident Evil 4 or even 5 or 6.
No.
There's
no way it's going to be better than 4. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, there's no way anything will ever be better than 4.
I know.
There's no way.
Yeah.
I mean, I will go on record as saying that Resident Evil 4 is the best video game ever made, and there's not even a close second in my opinion. But so I'll compare it to like 6. Like, I had a lot of fun with 6. I look at this game and I think it's going to be scary, but I don't think it's going to be necessarily fun in a way. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. And then, yeah, there was one where you get a phone call from a woman that's supposedly been in the series before. To me, it sounded like Sheva from Resident Evil 5, like the voice at least.
Interesting.
But everyone seems to say it's Ada. And Ada's always in there fucking shit up.
Yeah, it makes sense for it to be Ada, But
yeah, because she's been in. Well, I guess technically she was in the first one. If you say her name was in there,
yeah,
and there's that note about her. She's referenced in it, but she's been in every game, and she's always awesome. So
interesting. This actually led me to the next. Before we cut off for a second, PlayStation VR came out.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it wasn't as hyped or as big as I anticipated.
Yeah, it kind of slid under the radar.
It really did. I mean, these two announcements today being Nintendo Red Dead. It's interesting that Red Dead was literally as popular as an entire Nintendo console.
That doesn't surprise me.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But anyway, the VR. I don't personally know anyone that got it, so I've not heard a thing about it.
No, none of my friends got it. I haven't even really I'd love to get my head in one to see what it compares to like say your Rift or like the Samsung one, but I don't know, man. It's a high price point.
It is.
Like $400 is too high. I'm sorry. If it was $200, I would consider it.
Yeah.
But like $400, I could get a whole new console.
I could get an Xbox.
I could get an Xbox, and I think I'd rather have an Xbox because that's more games. Because we don't know if this VR thing's a fad yet.
Yeah, I know.
And it really will depend on whether this catches on, like what happens with this PlayStation one, and with how little hype there was. I saw there were lines in Japan, but nobody in America was waiting in a line.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know.
We'll see. I heard.
I feel like it is one of those things definitely where Japan would like something like that more than we would.
Sure. Well, they love Sony.
Yeah, they love Sony.
They do.
And they love weird shit.
Yeah. I honestly don't know. I heard that the games, like all the games, are pretty mediocre. I actually want to look into all of them and see what they're like. Like videos and what people are saying.
Well, there was one that seemed really interesting to me just because you play as eagles. So
that's cool.
So it's like capture the flag, but you're flying.
Okay.
So that sounds awesome to me. I don't know what it would like the mechanics in that would be, but just like getting to be an eagle would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, you're flying around.
Flying around, getting some flags. Hopefully you can shit on people. Stuff like that. That'd be fun.
Shit on people.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna look into it a little more. I think we need more games to come out before we can really talk about it.
Yeah, it's
to an
just,
extent.
yeah, and financially, it's just too much. I'm
is.
sorry, that price point is too high, Sony, and it's
is.
more than your console.
Yeah,
like that's a thing. Like if you're telling me I have to spend $400 on your console, then an additional $400, that's $800. You can get a nice PC.
Yeah, or the Vive,
or you could get the Vive,
which is, in my opinion, the best VR there is right now.
From all the reviews and everything, it's hands down. It's like way above everything else.
Yeah. So honestly, yeah, there's a lot of other things I'd rather spend $400 on.
Yeah, that's
than PlayStation.
That's
VR.
a big thing. Is if I have $400, I could, do a lot with that. And VR is not one high on my list.
Yeah.
So I think that's why nobody got it.
Yeah, and I just don't think the games are there.
No, there are no games. Yeah.
I can't think of any. I mean, there's like the Batman game, which I heard was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I heard the start. Like, I've been hearing the games are fine. It's just they're all really short and they're not. So you're $400.
I think there's only 5.
Yeah, there's 5.
5 games.
So, yeah. You're talking an $800 investment to get the console and the VR and then $60 on games.
That you could potentially beat all of them in a week.
Yeah, it's
maybe.
Not. The cost is just too high.
It is. Right now it is. It's going to come down. There's going to be bundles and all that shit.
Yeah, there'll be things. And, in 2 years, if it's still kicking and they release, like, the mega ultimate version, you could probably get the older one for cheaper. It remains to be seen whether or not this is a fad.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because, like, remember how big motion controls were?
Yeah.
Like, and that's a good point in... As big as motion controls were, they ultimately proved to be a fad, and everyone loved it and jumped on that. Nobody seems to be getting on board.
It's because it's too expensive.
So it's already behind something that was already proven to be a fad. Yeah. Like, I feel like a lot of things with video games, every time they try something as a fad, we just want to sit in front of a TV with a controller.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah. Speaking of which, now we have to talk about the Nintendo NX next.
Woot woot.
All right.
Start the second half like that.
We already started, Kester.
Oh, we did? Good.
A warrior with a mask.
The best song ever.
I know. All right. Welcome back. The last 10 seconds of music.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Hamman. So, today, Nintendo released
finally
a video of their new console, and it is called the Nintendo Switch.
Switch it up.
How many fucking times do you want to make that noise?
God, that was so annoying. It's like I felt like we were like cocking a gun.
So I figure we'll talk about this. We'll talk about the console itself a little bit, and then we'll talk about the commercial or whatever the fuck it was. What it was.
It was a commercial.
The montage.
Yeah, it was great.
So, all right. First of all, I want to say this. I heard rumors last week or earlier this week with a pretty legit like logo and everything that they were going to call this the Nintendo Duo.
Oh, so bad?
Yeah. And it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Nintendo Duo. Like, it's like too many D's or something. So, I'm glad they didn't. I think Switch is but I think...
Do you think it's better than NX?
No.
Because I don't.
I like NX better.
Yeah.
And way better than the Wii or Wii U.
It's definitely because I feel like it's a new console.
Yeah. Finally, they changed it up. And honestly, from the looks of it, just to give a really quick analysis, it's like what the Wii U wanted to be.
It really is.
This is what this is. So it's almost like the Wii U was a prototype and they didn't really care about it. They're like, let's see what people think.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So, yeah. And it makes sense because it was only out for a couple years and then they came out with this. So, yeah. Overall, this is definitely a console with a major influence and emphasis on the mobility of gaming anywhere. It's almost like it's a handheld in itself.
Yeah.
So to talk a little bit about it, I have this little paragraph.
Oh, he's got a paragraph, people.
I got a paragraph.
Let's hear this paragraph.
I didn't write it, so it's probably pretty cheesy, and I only really kind of read it real quick. All right, so gaming springs into action. Yeah, I didn't write this.
Yeah, okay.
Into action by removing detachable Joy-Con controllers and they're like tiny little things, like on the sides,
very small.
Yes, from either side of the Nintendo Switch. One player can use a Joy-Con controller in each hand. Two players can each take one. Or multiple Joy-Con can be employed by numerous people by a variety of gameplay options. They can easily click back into place or be slipped into a Joy-Con grip accessory, which makes it like an entire controller.
Yeah.
And then, if preferred, the player can select an optional Nintendo Switch Pro controller, which looked pretty much like the Wii U one.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah, it looked fine. It looked like a decent controller to use instead of the Joy-Con controllers when playing. I guess you could really play it whenever it's mobile or on the TV.
Correct.
What else does I have here? Furthermore,
Furthermore,
it is possible for numerous people to bring their Nintendo Switch systems together to enjoy local multiplayer face-to-face competition, which honestly I think is one of the coolest features of this.
Yeah, it is.
And in case you don't know, basically what it is, it's a tablet. It's like the Wii U kind of. And there's a docking station. The docking station, I'm guessing, probably HDMI's directly into your TV.
Yeah.
So whenever you
looks like it at least.
Yeah, whenever you put the game pad into the docking station, it shows up on your TV, and then you can play your TV, via these Joy-Con controllers, they're calling them, or regular controller. So, I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think for what they're going for, I'm pretty sure I would say they got it.
They did.
I would say they did.
I feel like this kills the DS.
That's the issue I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think of this in business terms. Like, of course, I'm not a businessman. I didn't even major in finance. I didn't do any of that shit. But it doesn't make sense to me that they're taking the one thing they've always had, which is handhelds.
Yep.
And they're pretty much killing it. Just stabbing it with a knife. Because there is no reason, if you buy this, to have another handheld.
Absolutely none.
The only thing I could say is potentially if the battery's so bad,
it's probably not going to be though.
I'm predicting 3 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
Off the dock, which I think is reasonable because they did say that there's an AC charger that you can plug into the wall for it, which is fine.
Yeah.
So I mean, honestly, realistically, even if you're going on a plane ride, like 3 to 5 hours of gameplay on the plane would be fine. Or if you're going to the park, or if you're going somewhere. Like, if you're playing it for more than 5 hours.
I mean, I do like this concept of, like, there is never not a time when you shouldn't be playing video games.
I know.
It seems to be the message of this thing.
It is. But, I don't know. Honestly, I am happily surprised by this.
I am not, really.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's still a Nintendo thing. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like there are going to be games on it.
Well, we'll talk about that.
I feel like I'm going to get Mario and Zelda, and I can play it anywhere now as opposed to on my TV.
Well, okay. We'll talk about that in a second.
If this was a Sony thing, I'd be more all about it.
Okay.
Even then, I don't care about gaming on the go as much. Like, I'm a loser. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't travel anywhere. I don't have a lot of things that I do besides play video games. So I'm just going to be in front of my TV playing this anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, all these extra, like, you can take it anywhere and do this. It's like, okay, I can take this, like, if I go fishing, but if I'm going fishing, I want to fish.
Sure. Well, I like to think of it this way. I like to go sit at the park and hang out. If my friend, say my friend would get one too, he could bring his, and we could literally do a face-to-face, a head-to-head match at the bench.
Yeah, I guess that's something.
I mean, that's cool, but I get what you're saying. It's like, why don't we just go to my house, play on my 65-inch TV?
Exactly.
But to talk to you about the people, third-party developers, they actually have a big fucking bulletin board of everyone that's on board.
They do this every time, though.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just going to bring up a couple that they use. Capcom's on there. Bethesda, which is interesting.
That's huge.
Bandai Namco. Platinum Games, of course. Ubisoft. And the interesting one that a guy, thanks Grant, a dude from work pointed out, Level 5. I don't know if you know who they are.
I know who Level 5
Okay,
is.
but they're handheld developers.
Oh, they just do handheld stuff now?
Mostly.
Oh, okay.
So it's interesting.
They made Dark Cloud, didn't they?
And
Dark Cloud 2.
Maybe. But they've been making DS games.
Okay.
So the fact that they're on board for the console makes it seem a little more like they're trying to combine the console and handhelds together again, which I don't.
If you could play your DS games on it, that's a huge thing.
Well, it's a cartridge-based system.
Yeah.
It is. They showed it in the preview, in the video, which I like personally because it makes sense for mobile games.
It does.
You're walking around, you don't want a disc spinning in your fucking console because it'll scratch it up and mess it up.
You also don't, like, you need to be able to just throw them in a bag.
Yeah. You're conserving power because you're not
spinning a disc.
Yeah. It's hardware like that.
And like, you're also, like, because if you have discs, you have to get, like, a separate carrying case. Like, with these, you could probably just throw them in your pocket or something.
Yeah. Also, it was unveiled that Unreal Engine 4 will run on this.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's something.
Yeah, the guys from Epic Games did announce. They say they're fully going to support the Switch. Mm-hmm. So that's cool.
Yeah, this all sounds great.
Yeah, it does. Hardware is going to be mostly NVIDIA, which is a very reliable source for like computers and everything. If anyone's into that, but that's
how many teraflops does it have?
I know, right? It's still not going. I mean, we know for a fact it's not going to be as powerful as the PlayStation 4 or Xbox.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
They didn't say that.
That's my opinion.
It
doesn't really matter.
I don't think
that's not a big thing.
The other thing is too, from the
as long as it's as powerful as like a PS3, you're fine.
It's going to be more than that because. If you noticed in the video, if you haven't seen it, they're playing Skyrim on it.
Yeah, it looked fun.
Yeah, that's probably actually the new HD remake, which is coming out for PS4 and Xbox One soon. So the fact that it can run that is good.
Yeah, that is good.
I saw somebody say something on the forums today. They're like, "Oh, thank God the Nintendo Switch can play a game from 2011."
Yeah, seems about right.
Interesting enough too. Skyrim was on it. Splatoon, which is a Wii U game.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see.
But I really want to play Splatoon. I think it looks awesome.
Me too. But the thing is, it's not okay. We use disc. That's what Splatoon was for. So is this going to be only downloadable, or are they going to re-release it for cartridge? There's no way.
They'll re-release it.
Yeah. There's no way in hell that you're going to be able to just go backwards compatible with this thing, and Nintendo lets you do it for free. Because they won't even let you transfer your fucking virtual console games
no, they won't.
From your DS to your Wii. So there's no way in hell they're going to let you do that.
No, absolutely not.
No. So there's going to be more games coming out for it, which is good. But it's still silly because it's like they should have just did better with the Wii U, but whatever. Smash is probably going to come to it, which will be huge. I had an argument that I was saying it wasn't going to. Sorry, Dan. But I do think it will now because I didn't realize that they're actually anticipating bringing old games on.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be later down the road. But I think they're going to do it immediately because they need games for it as soon as possible.
Oh, they definitely do.
Yeah. A new Mario game was obviously being played.
Yeah, that looked cool.
Yeah. It was like a desert level. People are speculating it's maybe a new version of the 3D world that was on Wii U, like an updated version.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Hopefully, it's a brand new game.
It looked new to me. It looked different.
To me too.
It looked more like a regular, like an actual 3D Mario game.
Yeah, I definitely
in the vein of like Galaxy.
Yeah. So overall, I mean, it's definitely way more powerful than the Wii U. I think the main issue is going to be the differences between it being docked and being undocked. I don't know if it's touchscreen yet. I don't think anybody officially knows if it's a touchscreen.
I can't imagine why it wouldn't be.
Yeah, well, smudging and stuff. But yeah, it could be. The other thing is, I did kind of try to look into the trailer of this video a little more. When you see him playing Zelda, on the TV, it looks like it's running really smoothly and looks beautiful.
Yeah, it does.
But when you watch him play it, when he undocks and like goes to the park or whatever, you watch him play it, it does look like there's frame rate issues. Now, I don't know if that's because of the video or what's going on.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell. But I do think they said, I'm not going to say it's 100% true, but I think they said that when it's docked, it's 1080p, the TV, and then when it's undocked, it's 720.
It's not that big a deal.
It's not. The thing is, I'm wondering is if they're going to lock in like frame rates and FPS like at like 30 all the time just so they both can run at a smoother pace. I don't know. Like who knows?
Who knows?
For me, it's hard for me to imagine why docking it would make it more powerful.
Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense.
Other than it just going, you know what I mean? So I don't know if there's any kind of hardware difference there.
You know what I think is a big issue with this?
What?
How breakable is it?
Yeah.
You drop that thing, is it done?
Oh, absolutely. It probably is. They're going to have cases and shit, but that's probably going to fuck with the docking station. The other issue is if you lose one of your fucking Joy-Con sticks.
Yeah. What
I mean, it's like it's literally smaller than your hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would have to be.
It's tiny as hell. So that's a big issue people are talking about. Like if I lose that, so Nintendo's gonna obviously have to have replacements for that. You're gonna have to buy them.
Yeah, and like let's say
$50.
Like this thing's $400, and what happens if I am walking down the street with it and I drop it and it smashes?
Yeah, well that's like a cell phone. You take the risk.
Yeah, but with a cell phone you can get insurance.
You can get console insurance.
Like they're gonna have to have, but this is unnecessary.
It is. It's the price you pay, I guess. But like someone for you, if you would get it, you said you don't go out much, it might not be that big a deal.
No, it's not. Like that's the thing. I don't imagine me if I got this thing really taking it anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it would be neat if you brought your game over and we could play together at the table.
But you would probably have one and we just play it on your TV.
That's true. That's true.
It's like I like this idea. It all looks cool and great. I just don't trust that Nintendo's going to have the support that they say they're going to have. That they've said every system since the Nintendo 64, and then they don't have it, and I'm waiting 8 years for a Zelda.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, that's Nintendo's problem.
What if they come out with a Metroid game?
That'd be great if it wasn't stupid.
Would you buy the console for it?
For a Metroid game?
If it looked really good.
2D? Probably.
2D?
Probably.
Okay. So okay. I'm just interested. Okay, so
like I think this looks cool, and I definitely like all the ideas. It's just I don't trust Nintendo to have the software.
Yeah, I completely understand that. I really do. I'm trying to be optimistic. I was surprised, and I was happy.
It was way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean
it's a big thing.
The thing is, we saw a lot of scary shit from the leaks and the rumors, and I'm going to say that this is definitely the best one we've seen.
Yeah,
and I think they did the best job.
This is a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I think I think something that Nintendo needs to do, and they just keep doing it, and I think it's one of my pet peeves with them, is the accessories, man. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It is out of control. It's like you have a grip, so you can put your 2 Joy-Cons in it to make it a controller. You have a controller, and then you can play with the 2 Joy-Con controllers, too. And then you have the pad. It's like all this shit.
That I could lose or break.
Yeah, exactly. And it's expensive. That's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
Like, that controller's probably going to be $50.
The pad itself?
No. Like just like the regular controller.
Probably.
Yeah. The pad itself is probably going to be half the price of the console. If not, it's the whole console.
It's the whole console.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I've broken controllers. My PS3 controller just broke.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what it was?
What?
I think don't ever charge your PlayStation 3 controller with your cell phone charger.
Oh, wow.
Because I think it just overheated the battery.
Yeah, probably. So,
I can think of like at least 10 controllers I've broken in my life, and now you're gonna say my controller is the entire console. That worries me, man. I feel like I'd be afraid to break this thing if I took it anywhere, and I don't. It's so hard to get excited for something Nintendo for me.
Yeah, I get it. The other thing is there's so many moving parts. I mean, not physically in the console, but I'm saying like you're always gonna be taking those fucking controllers off, putting them back on, putting them on, like. How's that wear and tear going to act?
Yeah, how durable is everything going to be?
Yeah, you never know. So that's a concern. That's just a lot. There's a lot of pieces to this console. It's not just a console. There's a lot of shit in it. And I think it's a cool idea.
It is definitely cool and innovative.
It is. That's what they're going for. I get it. It's just a matter of how well does it all work. And I am interested to see how well the docking goes to the TV and vice versa, like how quick that would be. And
I mean, it looked in the commercial like they were just like click, click.
Yeah, if it's like that, that'd be. Yeah, that's how annoying it is.
Yeah,
sorry. If it's that quick, that'd be awesome.
You're just not buying it's going to be that quick.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't buy that either.
It's like almost before it even sits down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, let's talk about the console itself. How do you feel it looks like? Do you like the look? Do you not
I like the look. It's sleek.
Yeah, you like it.
Yeah, I like that the actual screen is just all screen.
Yeah,
I always like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Like the Edge.
Yeah,
the Galaxy.
Yeah, the Galaxy Edge. It's all screen.
Mm-hmm.
Looks fine. It's like everything about it looks kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's
scary.
Is the support going to be there, and am I going to break it?
Yeah. For me, I like the aesthetic for the most part, but I do feel like it looks like a lunchbox a little bit.
Yeah, like you could carry the docking station anywhere.
Yeah, it's like a lunchbox. But overall, I would say...
I mean, it's not a giant hulk of a beast, though. It will be very easily to, like, port it around.
Yeah.
And here's another question with it. The thing about the Wii U is we'd always go to one person's house to play Smash Brothers. So if one person has this console, pretty much all his friends have it because he could take it anywhere that he goes.
Yeah, but... Yeah, I guess. But
moving your console and taking it over to a friend's house sucks.
It does.
So with this, it'll be real easy.
Well, yeah. If you dock there, are you saying? Or if you just take it...
You can just take the whole fucking thing. It looks like it has like a handle, doesn't it?
No, that's the actual pad itself. The docking station is not supposed to move.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's not really the case.
Here's another question. Can you take your pad and dock it in somebody else's station?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
You have to. You'd have to. I mean, it's not official, but yeah, I don't think the docking station has anything to do with it. It's going to read from the console. Because that's what...
And say I drop this thing and I shatter the screen, can I still play it on my TV?
That's a good question. Probably not, because it's the console. If just the screen broke, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Probably.
Okay.
But if internal things happened...
Yeah, I mean, if you smash the thing, it's not going to work.
Yeah. But overall, I mean, I think everyone gets the gist of it at this point. It's a mobile home console.
Hybrid thing.
It is. We'll see if they're just planning on trying to get rid of the handhelds and make this just the one and done kind of deal.
I don't know how they can do that, though, as a business.
It's going to have to do really well. And I think it will. I think people are going to buy into this.
You think so?
I do. I really do.
I don't see it.
I think it's going to be a lot more successful than the Wii U.
I mean, anything.
but I mean, honestly, I think that's what they're shooting for. Dude, people see Skyrim on a Nintendo console, they're going to buy it. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Like, I know you might not think that, but, like, there's been tons of people I've talked to already today that are like, Skyrim's on it, I'm getting it.
Yeah, people do love Skyrim.
And, like, that's fine. But, like...
I see, that's the thing. Like, I've always said this about Nintendo. If you can prove to me that this console can run all the games that I can get on my PS4, and then I also get my Mario and Zelda, we have a conversation about what console I buy. I just don't.
I don't see it either. I
just never see the support, and I can't get behind Nintendo.
Well, the thing is about this that's
like,
good.
Is Blizzard developing for it?
Blizzard doesn't develop for really anything.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Like,
yeah, I know. I get it.
Play Overwatch on it.
Oh, that's true.
Where's not like Naughty Dog? Not going to develop for it.
Well, this is the thing. Let me hold on a second.
It's Ubisoft. Who fucking cares?
Oh, I know. But this is the thing that I read that was a good point. Developers didn't want to touch the Wii U because it was basically two separate things. You had to play the TV and the fucking pad.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like when you make a game that's not like that, it's like, how do you...
And that's also why they didn't want to touch the Wii.
Yeah.
They had to make...
But this isn't like that.
Yeah, so this...
It doesn't have a separate thing to it. So if it can run Unreal 4, I'm guessing we are going to see third-party developer games from... Like, it'll be on all three of them. I mean, you saw the NBA game on the trailer.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, 2K17, which is the newest one.
Mm-hmm.
So they're putting sports games back on it.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of things with this
Skyrim. And, so there's games on there that normally wouldn't be on a Nintendo console. It's just a matter of, I think, honestly, the hardware, I don't think it's going to be up to snuff. Just because from what Nintendo's even said, they're not trying to compete.
What are your networks?
PS4.
What's the network going to be like, too? Because the Wii U it's always been garbage.
Yeah, that's true. But
I mean, the PSN isn't great either.
No, but it's reliable enough.
It works.
Yeah. The thing is, I just think you're going to get the games, but they're not going to look as good. I just think that's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, I think that is what it's going to come down to.
So,
and then in a way,
it's not replacing my PS4.
Yeah.
It never will. But I definitely think I'd rather get this than an Xbox at this point.
That's an interesting question.
I mean, not just because of Zelda. I just think... I mean, they're going to have the exclusives.
Yeah, I would actually...
They're going to have the Nintendo exclusives.
Yeah, I'm actually going to agree with you on that, because even if you look at it like the exclusives, they win that battle, and then...
Yeah, they do.
And then compare, like, your PS4 and your Xbox One are kind of the same thing.
Exactly.
And this is at least something different.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, I don't know if different does it for me. Like, because I can do all this stuff with it, it doesn't make me want it.
No,
like,
I get
I
that.
care only about the games.
Yeah.
And Nintendo has not proven to me that they can put enough quality games on a system to make it worth my... Like, what's this thing going to cost?
Okay.
Like, like, I might be coming off as cheap in this show in general. Like, it's just...
No, it makes sense. It's a valid point.
I mean, I am single in my 30s. I have bills. Like, I can't spend $400 on a console to play Zelda.
Yeah. Well, I would. But
you would, yes. I wouldn't.
I know. The thing is, if it's $300...
That's a good price point.
Yeah.
But do you think it'll be that cheap? I don't think that it will.
I don't either. I'm hoping. My first instinct that it was going to be $300. But you're right. I don't know.
I'm sensing with how much crap is on it, 4.
Yeah. I think 4 is the highest it'll go.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be 5 or anything.
No.
But
I'm hoping a $350 Zelda bundle.
Then maybe I'd be on board.
I mean, you're saving $10.
Like, I would definitely, like, because I do want to play the new Zelda. If I had the money, I would get this over an Xbox, but I would not get this over a PS4.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, and I would not. I don't know if this should have been the Wii U.
Yeah, it should have.
Like, this might have been too little too late for me.
I gotcha.
It's kind of where
So if the Wii U never existed, you'd be really pumped about this.
I think I would be a lot more excited about it.
Yeah.
I think that...
It's just what happened to the Wii U so, like, frightening.
I think Nintendo has just soured me to a point where I don't even think they're relevant.
Yeah,
like,
I get that. Yeah.
Like, this is not even, like... I don't care what Nintendo is doing. I know there's a huge segment of people out there that do. I can like, I'm the type of gamer that I pick a game and I play it forever. Like, I'm still playing Overwatch.
Yeah.
What is going to be on this console? That, you know what I mean?
Maybe Splatoon.
Yeah, maybe Splatoon is that good.
It's still around. It's still relevant. A lot of people love that game.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'm underestimating Splatoon. But I'm just saying, I just can't get excited for Nintendo stuff.
That's fine, yeah.
Even though it's like, oh, this looks cool. It's going to be another system that nobody supports, nobody has, and nobody wants.
We'll see.
Yes, we will. Yes,
we'll
we
see.
will.
Because I have a feeling...
Because their track record has been great since the Nintendo 64.
I definitely agree, but I think I honestly feel like it's going to come down to they're going to stop supporting like handhelds, and people who want their fix of Nintendo stuff is going to have to buy this thing. I think that's just they're going to force them to.
Yeah, I mean, if they can get the people that bought the DS to buy this,
I think it's appealing. I think this console is definitely the most appealing to a handheld player.
And I also think it's very appealing to a casual gamer.
Absolutely. Because it's like, my favorite thing about it is the fact that I can be playing Zelda on my TV and then pick it up and go take a shit, bring it back, and there's no downtime.
Yeah, it's gonna be great for taking a shit.
Yeah, like that's what I've read on forums too. It's like,
or you could go outside and smoke.
Console. Yeah, and just play.
Yeah. I mean, I like this. Like, it's like. This is cool, and if you're a casual gamer, it's gonna be probably great. I just don't trust Nintendo.
I get that. I mean, the other thing is too, going to family functions. Sometimes they're kind of boring.
I know. I don't have a family, man.
Okay. Well,
I have 2 brothers and a mother.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Everyone else is dead.
Sorry. Mine are dying too, apparently.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I know how you feel.
I know. But I'm saying, it's like I could take this over to my parents' house if I'm visiting and then play it.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of cool.
If I had a certain lifestyle, this would be awesome, but I don't. I'm a loser who doesn't do anything but play video games.
I know.
And and I'm going to play my video games on my PS4 because I don't trust Nintendo to deliver enough content to keep someone like me happy.
All right. Okay.
You're positive on the whole thing, though.
Yes.
And like I said, I think it looks great. It's just it doesn't do enough for me.
I get it. Man, I know. It would be pretty much a miracle for you to be like, I love Nintendo.
Yeah, it would be. It would be a minor miracle.
I know.
Because it's like, after what they did.
I know. I get it.
I was there at the beginning, and I remember the Super Nintendo, and the shit they have put me through since then. They can go fuck themselves.
We'll see if they do or not. But okay, let's talk about the video, because we've bragged on the console enough.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this video. I pretty much have one point.
Okay, shoot.
No,
besides
the fucking, but it was like a montage. You get some dude sitting in his house, like playing the game, like pretty much.
I think my favorite thing about this was that it implied that you're going to be able to pick up women because they're going to be playing this.
Listen to this.
Like, fuck you.
That's the part I was talking about.
Yes.
The airport.
The airport part.
The really cute blonde sitting there.
Of course she was hot.
And there's this stud muffin like walking towards her, and he's like, put in his cartridge, check out my game.
Yeah.
And it's like, this dude could have potentially been a member of the Mile High Club at that point.
Yeah, he could
but
have.
Instead,
he plays his Nintendo.
He pulls out the Switch, sets up the little stand, takes out his Joy-Con controllers, and plays Skyrim. That is a man with goals.
Yeah, and aspirations.
Yeah,
and then it's just like a party of hot chicks playing it. Like, Nintendo expects me to believe that this
on the rooftops.
Yeah, this is like, if I get this thing, I'm gonna be picking up chicks in airports. I'm gonna be at parties on top of buildings with hot girls. Like, fuck you, Nintendo.
Or you're gonna be that guy by himself.
Yeah,
at the beginning.
I feel like I'm gonna be the guy sitting in the apartment playing my game on the console on the TV.
But I think the other funny part about it was there's dudes playing basketball, and then they take a break to play more basketball on the Switch.
Yeah, exactly. This thing is implying that, like,
I'm too sweaty.
Yeah, like, you don't want to do anything else in real life besides play video games.
Or at least bring that to every party so that you can play there too. And I always found Nintendo to be more of an advocate for going outside and being active and playing video games on the side.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're changing that.
Yeah, they're changing that. This is just nonstop video game action. There's arenas full of Splatoon fans.
Oh, yeah. Like, I know. Why would you be in
I can't even fill an arena for Street Fighter 5 world champions. Like, come on, man.
The other thing is that made no sense about that was there's people playing Splatoon on their Switches, and then they take their Switches to the tournament and then plug it in and play.
Oh yeah, you bring your own Switch.
It's
a bring your own Switch party. It's like a BYOB.
Because that's gonna be a thing.
I hope it is. You want to come to the Switch party? Do we switch wives? Is that you would get there and you'd be really disappointed? Like, oh man, his girlfriend is way hotter than mine. I thought this was a Switch party.
Damn it, Nintendo!
You're gonna have a lot of disappointed people.
So the Nintendo Switch, the swingers console.
The swingers console. I'm gonna switch it up tonight, baby.
Oh, that's good.
That's
good stuff. All right. So overall, since we gave thumbs up, thumbs down, what are you giving it?
I say a thumbs up.
So you're giving it.
I am giving it a thumbs up.
Okay. So I am too.
I just don't trust them.
That's fine. So,
but I like the design. I like this idea of I can play video games anywhere I go. I just don't trust Nintendo to actually.
So.
The hardware, I'm giving like a 10.
Okay.
We'll see what the software is.
Yeah, that's the most important part. It
Yeah,
really is, because that is what you spend your time and money on mostly. So we'll see.
Like, what are you bringing out for it besides Breath of the Wild? And I guess they showed a Mario game. Splatoon and Mario Kart games I can already play.
Yeah, and we don't know if that's a new Mario Kart or not.
They're gonna make a new one. It's not like we have to guess.
Hopefully, what if it's Double Dash 2?
Double Dash is not my favorite Mario Kart game.
I like Double Dash.
I like Double Dash, but the Wii, my favorite Mario Kart game is the Wii one.
Okay.
I like the bikes. Remember the bikes?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Wii U one had bikes too.
Did it?
Yes, it did.
Okay, that's awesome.
So, okay. That's it.
That's it. That's all we got.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah, I'm done.
You're done, Ski.
Yeah, I gotta get back to Overwatch. I gotta get that Mercy skin, man.
Sexy witch.
Sexy witch.
She's a witch girl. She's going to a farm. She doesn't know matter anyway.
Yes.
Mercy and money. Okay, sorry. Shout outs. We haven't been here for 4 months. Hopefully,
if we have any friends left.
Yeah, sorry. You probably thought we died.
Yeah, they're like, I wonder why they quit. They were so good and
perfect
and sexy. You could just tell.
Yeah, it's like you just want to touch yourself to our voices.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
The show where we speak softly into the mic.
All right. Oh.
All right. Shout outs.
Mr. BS Show. Fuck you, Steve. 3 Cuckoos Podcast. Master Debaters. And Martin's Gaming. And Kester brought it to my attention, and I didn't see this. Dragon Power might be coming back.
Yeah, I saw it on their one dude's Facebook page. He said they're coming back. Brian, yeah.
Sweet. So
that's cool.
Yeah, they kind of dipped out for a second. I think he was doing a lot of stuff in his life. I'm not going to say anything. It's personal,
Yeah,
but it's good.
Yeah,
it's good
for
stuff.
him. Good for him. It's the opposite of what happened to you.
Yes, it is. It's great stuff. I'm happy for him.
Congrats.
And I'm very happy to see them coming back. And so, Brian, if you're listening, can't wait to hear you guys again.
Yep.
And
congrats.
Make sure you check them out. Yes, and congratulations.
And
you know why.
You know why.
So, okay, guys. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. And Kester, I've missed it. Do it again.
Go murder my murder.